Stephen from Hey Remodelers will be starting in 2 minutes. If you can hear me, can you just chat in the box? And if you can see my screen, also please just chat. Just want to make sure everything's set up correctly. All right, I see a thumbs up. Thank you. I will be back in 2 minutes. All right, so seems like everyone can hear me. You can see my screen. It is 11 o'clock Eastern Standard Time, so let's rock and roll. So today's training, I'm going to just get to it. We are going to go over a coronavirus game plan because it's a tough time for everyone, for your business, for your families. Right now, I'm in the home office. My kids are being homeschooled in the room next to me, so you'll probably hear them at some point, but it's just the way it is right now. I'm going to show you how to do virtual estimates. I have a really simple process to do that. I will also show you how to run a Facebook ad. Most of the training is going to be on the Facebook ad because that part is a little bit more involved. And then we'll go over a free COVID-19 social post that you can use. And the training, the way it works is it's about 45 minutes of training. It's not a lot of slides. It's more over the shoulder. I do have some backup slides just in case something goes wrong while I'm working in Facebook. We can go back over to the slides and look at them. But it's the best way is to really just watch this. Don't jump in Facebook and try to follow my instruction while I'm doing it, because it's going to be tough to kind of follow along and listen to me at the same time. But the best way is just to watch it. Then I'm going to send out a replay later on today with a bunch of free resources that we'll talk about. And then you could go back and kind of follow my instructions. And of course, try to unplug from everything for about 45 minutes to an hour. And like I don't think I mentioned over here, at the end, we'll do a Q&A. So if you have any questions throughout any of it, this presentation, just put the questions in the chat box. I'm not going to get to them during it because it kind of throws me off. At the end, I'll get to all your questions and we'll take it from there. So just real quick, hold on here. So my name is Stephen Alberts. I own Hey Remodelers. We only work with kitchen and bath companies and countertop companies. I've been doing this marketing and all this type of tech stuff for about 10 years. The last couple of years, I really just focused on working with remodelers, working on with countertop companies. So I know your industry pretty good. My father was actually, he built countertops back in the 80s and 90s. He did some small kitchen and baths, really smaller bathrooms, some small kitchens. So I do have experience working with my hands. Like I said, my son and my daughter, Mason and Lola, are home right now. So you'll probably hear them at some point. My wife's home, so we're all kind of in this together. So I do tend to kind of roll through things fast, but again, you'll get the replay so you can watch it 10 times if you want. So let's go right here. All right, so let's talk about the game plan. So right now, depending on where you live, you might be an essential business. A lot of my countertop clients, a lot of my kitchen and bath clients, they are considered an essential business at this time. So that's, a good thing because you can continue on working. Of course, things are going to slow down. People don't want you in their house as much, but you could still do some work. So you really have to find out if you are or if you're not. Now, you need to continue to get estimates, whether it's virtual or whether it's even going back to old people that have contacting you and following up with them, because you want to fill that pipeline with projects that you can work on now if you're able to, and future projects. Because when this, we don't know how long this is going to last. Is it going to last a month? Is it going to last 3 months? I have no idea. I'm trying not to watch the news as much because it was making me crazy. But, every day I'll kind of check in, see what's going on. And who knows? I don't know what's going on. But the truth is, you just got to keep filling that pipeline, because this will end and you don't want to come out of this with just no projects to work on. So I'm going to show you how to market yourself on social media, not for a ton of money. We could do it for $3 a day. I'll show you exactly how to set that up. So appointments, again, check with your state to see if you are essential business. I know a couple of my clients, they've already reached out to their state. The easiest way is just to go online, go on Google, type in, essential businesses in your state. You might have to contact someone because you might not see your business category listed, Countertop company, if you're a kitchen and bathroom modeler, but definitely reach out. What I've heard is, if someone needs their bathroom done, if they're in the middle of a project, that is essential. You can't really live without a bathroom. I mean, I guess there are ways, but so that's what, and I don't make it sound like there's opportunities or that's helping you right now, but that is something that is better than if you're a dentist or someone else that just can't work at all. So check to see if you're an essential business. What some of my clients are doing, they're limiting their showroom hours, appointment only. And then they're also doing virtual estimates. And we're going to go over that in just a second. And like I said, you'll hear me say over and over, you got to fill that pipeline. With my own business, I'm a little bit different than you. Even though I work in your industry, I'm a marketing company, but I am still talking to businesses because, like myself, I need to fill my own pipeline so I can come out of this just like everyone else. Now, with the marketing side of it, and I'm going to show you how to do this, you're going to promote your work on Facebook and Instagram. That's where people are right now. They're home. By this time, we've all been home for a couple of weeks. People are bored out of their minds. They're on social media. I actually removed Facebook from my phone, the app. I still go on it here and there on my computer, but I found myself going on it more. I actually removed it because I wanted to kind of take a little bit of a break from it because my usage went up a lot. Even Facebook, they're saying they don't know how to handle all this increased traffic because it's like tenfold. It just keeps going up. So people are on their phones. Now, I'm going to show you how to promote something for $3 to $5 a day. Again, thinking that, I'm going to do marketing right now, and this time, it's a weird way to think because, you have to look at your own business. Every business is different. You have to scale back possibly to pay your employees, to pay rent, whatever it is, to cover your expenses. So to think of spending money in marketing right now, it's kind of odd. And a lot of your competitors are going to pull back. People aren't going to start marketing right now. But if you do it, and if you can do it, you got first to make sure that you can do it. Again, I'm going to show you how to do it for $3 a day, so it's only $100 a month. But if you can do it, you will have that advantage where your competitors are pulling back. So that's why, even with my own business, I am pouring more money into marketing right now because I know my competitors aren't. So that is a little bit of an advantage of this time. I'm going to show you how to target homeowners, and I like to put out an ad a week, and I'll show you how to do that. It'll be easier when we just look at that. So let's first jump into the virtual estimates. Let me just pop that up here. So the idea with the virtual estimates is, we all have smartphones. You have an iPhone, you have an Android, whatever you have, an iPad, even your computer, we all have devices that we can connect with. So the 3 apps that you want to use, and I'm going to give you this training. Let me just open it up. I have a full blog post that goes through it. I'm going to go through it quickly now, but I'm also going to send this out with the replay, but I have training videos on here. So I'll send this to you, but the idea here is, you want to have all those apps on your device. So FaceTime, 2 Apple devices can talk with FaceTime. Perfect. Skype, any devices can speak or can video chat with each other, and also Google Duo. But you want to make sure that they're all on your phone, because you don't know what your prospect is going to have. Your potential customer might be using Skype, so you want to be ready. Now, download all those apps on your phone, and don't do your first virtual estimate by using Skype and you never used it before. Play with them. We all might have a little bit of extra time right now, so make sure you're comfortable with them, so then when your customer wants to use it, you could just jump right on, and it's very easy. Now, that's the first thing. The second thing is you want to use an online scheduler. So you want to use some type of scheduling software where you could book an appointment, and then it's just very easy for your customer. So again, in this blog post that I'll send you, Calendly, it's something that I use. If you go to my own website, it's this right here. I have the paid version, but you could use the free version, and it's very easy to use. Someone can easily book an appointment with you, and then you could do your virtual estimate. So again, I'll send you the training on that. Don't worry about it right this second, but Calendly is a great option. Now, the third thing is so let's just break it down real quick. First, you're going to download all these apps on your phone because you're going to do a video estimate. The second thing is you're going to get some type of scheduler. Use Calendly, it's free. Third thing is you're going to send out my handout that I have. Again, I'm going to send this to you for free. It is right here. So it's basically, I created this handout that you can send to your customers so they can follow, what do I do with FaceTime? What do I do with Skype? What do I do with Google? So it makes it very easy for them to follow. So you're going to do that. And then you do the estimate. You're going to jump on, do a video chat. It's not going to be easy to do measurements and all of that, but you got to figure out your own process. I can't help you with that piece. You're going to figure that out on your own. But the nice thing about video estimates is it's kind of like a face-to-face. It's even better than over the phone because the person sees you. So you do connect in a way where you wouldn't over the phone. I mean, you would in person connect like that. But for now, it makes that nice connection. Plus, again, your competitors probably are not doing this. So even if someone doesn't want you to work on their project at the moment, they're going to remember that you did a video estimate a month ago, 2 months ago. That's going to stick in their head. Trust me, it is, because it's a little bit different than what everyone else is doing. So you do that video estimate, and then you keep track of your leads. This is very important. You don't want to do all of these, even if people don't want the work done right now. Again, they're going to remember you. They're eventually going to want it. Again, without getting into all the what's going on, but people are getting tax money back. People might be getting some type of coronavirus check in the mail from the government. So, there could be some money out there where people have money to work on their projects. But you got to keep track of those leads. Just a simple Excel spreadsheet, keep track of them, and then you can follow up with them. So that's really the virtual estimate piece. Again, I'm going to send you this over where you have the blog post, you have this handout, and then you just can follow everything. Like I have a video in here on how to use Calendly. I show you exactly how to set it up. So just follow everything. If you don't know how to use FaceTime, if you don't know how to use Google, Skype, I have videos on how to do that. So everything's very simple to use. So check that out. Let's jump into this next part right here, which is Facebook ads. And now this takes a little bit of time, so I want to spend some more time on this. Now, Facebook ads, you run Instagram ads from Facebook. So we can run them from the Facebook platform and they will show on Instagram. Instagram's great because a lot of people in your space like to look at pictures of completed projects, of before and afters. So you really want to be on both platforms. Now, I'm not going to show you how to sign up for a Facebook ads account because you really have to do that on your own. I'm going to send you both of these links. If you never have done it before, I'll go to this link, but you might already have a Facebook ads account. In that case, you would go to this ads manager link right here to see if you have one. And with Facebook, you have to enter your billing details. They are not going to let you. They're not going to let you run any ads if you don't have your billing details in there. So let's jump right into Facebook. Now, like I said, I have some backup slides because if Facebook just bombs out on me, I kind of have to resort to these backup slides. But let's just see what happens here. So let me pull this up. All right, so let's look at Facebook Ads Manager. Let me just take a quick sip of water here. Now, Facebook Ads Manager is the platform where advertisers manage all of their ads. So you go to Facebook Ads Manager, you already set up your billing. And to do that, if you haven't, I'm pretty sure when you set up an account, they want your billing information right away because they want to get paid. But if for some reason you're not sure what credit card's in there, go to Ads Manager, click on this button, and go right to billing. And then you can set up your billing. You don't really have to worry about any of these right now. I'm going to have future trainings on how to set up a pixel, how to set up audiences, and all of that. But for now, I'm trying to keep it simple so you could just get going. And I don't want to confuse and make it too complicated. So for now, this is Ads Manager. You could look through some of these tabs, but really just set up your billing. Now, Facebook ads, it works like this. It's broken out by a campaign level, an ad set level, and an ad level. So there's 3 levels. So if you think about it, campaigns are on the top. Now, let's look at some of them. So these are your different types of campaigns. There's all different types. The ones that work best for kitchen bath remodelers and countertop companies are traffic. So you're sending web traffic to your site, video views, where you show someone a video, and then you can also send them to your website, lead generation, where you actually collect the lead on Facebook or Instagram. That works really nicely. And then messages, where you show them an ad and then they communicate through Facebook Messenger or on Instagram. So really with our clients, we do one of those 4 ones. Traffic's the easiest, so I'm going to do that today, but I will have future trainings on setting up a video ad, setting up a lead generation ad. This one works really good. And then setting up a messenger ad. But you really don't have to worry about any of these other types of objectives. You could test one out, but again, to start simple, just use traffic. So that is at the campaign level. So your objective is getting more traffic to your website and getting people to look at your social media posts. Now at the ad set level, so right here is where your targeting is. So, and we'll go through this, but I just wanted to kind of do a high level thing. So where your targeting is set, what geographic location you're in, the age group, the interest. I'll show you how to target homeowners. The budget, you set the budget here, $3 a day. And then one step further is your ad. So it goes your objective, getting more traffic to your website, your ad set, who wants to see these ads, who's, what's my audience, and then your ad is your actual ad. So let's go through and set this up. Now I did a test campaign yesterday. Again, just in case I have a problem, I could show you what I did. So what you're going to do is click on create. Now you might see this screen right here. You might see this setup. You can use this, but I actually like to use the quick creation setup. So if you happen to see this, just click on here. And then you want to type in a campaign here. You could say traffic campaign. I'm going to just do traffic test 2. You want to make sure traffic is selected. None of this should be on. Sometimes Facebook will turn it on, just turn it off. You don't need any of that stuff. So make your screen look exactly like mine. Then at the ad set level, remember, these are the people we want to reach. So let's say homeowners. I'm going to say Tampa. And then the ad, I'm just going to name it ad 1. Now you want to save it to the draft. All right, so now let's jump into this a little bit further. So So right here, I have my new campaign. Again, getting more traffic to my website, getting my social posts out there. If I click on it, it's going to bring me to my audience, homeowners in Tampa. And if I click once more, it'll bring me to my ad. But now let's set up. Now we already set up the campaign. It's basically traffic, so you don't have to do anything else there. Now let's set up the audience. Now you're going to pop this open. Again, click on website because you want to send them to your website. First thing you want to do, adjust the budget. Again, start at $3 a day. You can run this at $3 a day. It's totally fine. Start date, whenever you want to start. I'm just going to keep that as is. I'm not going to put an end date on there. I'll just let it run. And then you have all your targeting. So with your area, I'm not in Tampa. I'm actually in Connecticut. I wish I was in Florida because it'd be nice and warm down there. You want to select your city or your area, whatever it is. And I usually like to do this radius targeting right here. So you might want to bump it out depending on how wide of an area you service. You might want to bump it out a little bit. So I'll do 35 miles. That's what we do with one of our clients. Now, this is a little trick that I want to teach you. So right here, it says people living or recently in this location. You really just want people living in the location. So click on this right here, living in the location. Now to the right, you can see what your audience is so far, 2.7 million. That's massive. You don't really want to put an ad out to that many people. It might sound like you want to, but you want a smaller targeted audience. So now as I scroll down, age, what usually works good for us is age 30 to 65 plus. We do male and female. We don't put a language in there. So now you can see already bumped it down to 2 million. Now there used to be a targeting element where it was homeowners, but Facebook took that away. So we don't have that anymore. So you have to be a little crafty. So what works for us is type in home improvement, and that's an interest. You can see it's an employer, but it's an interest here. So people that are interested in home improvement, that brings it down to 700,000. That's better, but you still want it smaller. So to do that, you narrow it down even more. So let's do home improvement, and something else that we've tested in the past is married. So you click on, you can either type it in like this. Oops. You type it in like this, and you would do married, and you can see right here it says relationship status, or you can do browse, demographics, relationship, and then you can click on it right here. So it's just another way to find it. So now you can see it brought it down to 290,000 people. That's a little bit better. You could still go lower. I would say the lowest is, I've done ads with like 10,000 people in the reach to a couple of 100,000. So anywhere in that range is fine. So we got home improvement and married. Again, tests different things, but this is something that has worked for us. You could go one step further. So they're interested in home improvement and they are married and they are, what has worked for us again is education. So if you do college grad, doctorate, in college, because they're a little bit older, so that's okay. In grad school, master's degree, and that's it. So now you can see it brought it down to 160,000 people. So now if you think about it, these people are 30 to 65 plus, male or female. They're interested in home improvement, plus they're married, plus they went to college or they're currently in college. So that's a pretty targeted audience. Again, are there better ways to do this? Probably, but you have to test it. This is a good way just to start. Again, 160,000 people, that's a nice size audience. Now, as you scroll down more, you don't have to worry about any of this stuff. You don't want it to just show anywhere because Facebook is going to spend your money. So you want to be precise on where you show your ads. So you could show it on Facebook, Instagram, Messenger, and their audience network. Audience network is just basically partner sites. So what I'm going to do is deselect this because I found it's kind of a waste of money. So we'll get rid of that. Messenger, I don't care about. I want to go on Facebook and Instagram, but I only want it in the feeds. So I only want it in the news feed because that's usually where people are most focused. They're going through that feed. They're looking. If they see things in other places, they're not as focused. So you could try the marketplace because in the marketplace, people are looking for things. So you could test that. But for now, Facebook, Instagram newsfeed, I'm actually going to deselect all of these. Going to get rid of stories. Whoops. Going to get rid of this. And again, this is just where Facebook is going to show your ad. Going to get rid of this. Facebook's going to say, oh, don't remove this, don't remove that. Don't worry. And that's it. You could just leave it at all mobile devices. And then the one thing I would change down here with the optimization and delivery, just change this to link clicks. So then you will get charged when someone clicks on the link. Again, you're going to get more traffic to your website, but also people are just going to see your posts more. So there's really two objectives here. So just to run down real quick, we're sending people to our website. $3 a day we set. I didn't put any dates because I'm going to manage that myself. Put in your area, put a radius around your service area. 30 to 65 plus works good for us. Male and female works good for us. Targeting, they're interested in home improvement. They're married and they've went to college, or they're in college. And then placements, it's only going to show on Facebook, the Facebook newsfeed, and the Instagram newsfeed. And then we want link clicks. So Facebook's going to charge us when someone clicks on that link. So that is good. So now you can X out of that. It's going to automatically save it here. So X out of that. Now click on this and we're going to create the ad. Let me just take another sip of water here. Now, again, I know this is a lot, but just watch what I'm doing. And then if you try it later, you could just go back to the video, watch it, stop it, do something. Watch it, stop it, do something. All right, so here is the ad. You'll probably see an error right here. Don't worry about that. You can name the ad whatever you want, but I'm just going to name it ad 1. Select your page right here. Select your Instagram account. If you don't have one, Facebook will run it from your Facebook page, but they'll run it on Instagram. But I do recommend setting up an Instagram account because there's a ton of people on Instagram just looking at photos. So right here, we're going to set up a simple single image ad. You could do a carousel, you could do a video, but let's just keep it simple right now. One image. Or you can add a couple of images, but I'll show you how to set up one image at least. So you want to select this right here. You're going to add media. I'm going to add video. I'm going to add an image. I already uploaded one yesterday. You would just simply upload one if you don't have an image there. I'm going to select this. I'm going to select continue. All right, so we got our image there. Now, the best way, this is another little tip. The best way is to have Facebook automatically crop it to a square image. The reason is a square image takes up more space on a news feed. So essentially, you want to take up as much space as possible in someone's news feed. You don't want the ad to be tiny in a rectangle shape. So if they don't automatically crop it to a square, you could click on Edit Image. You could crop it, and then you could kind of play around with it here. So I'm even going to play around with it. I want it to look just like that. Click Save. So there we go. So you could see a preview of your ad right here. So now over here, we're going to put in some text. You're going to put in your website down here. So let's just go through this. So the text, I'm just going to grab it from here, and I'll explain this text in a minute. So the text that works the best for our clients is usually just short and simple. Explain a little bit of something about the project. We installed this quartz for a family in Tampa that wanted to brighten up their kitchen. I put an emoji in it because, again, emoji just makes it stand out just a little bit more. So that's one little trick. We even use it for their backsplash. Book a free virtual estimate with us today. So very simple, but there is a call to action. It's not at the beginning, it's at the end. So you don't want to seem too pushy, but at some point you do want them to take some type of action. So put a little description like that. Grab your website. Again, ideally, if you could create a page on your website like this, book a call, instead of book a call, book a virtual estimate, pop your Calendly calendar on that page. Then you're going to use that. You're going to drive all traffic there. There you go. I'm going to put the website in here. So I have my description. This goes above the ad. You can see the ad right here. The website, this is where when someone clicks on it, they go to. Now here is your headline. That's going to be the text right at the bottom. So you could put book a virtual estimate. Oops. Put something like that. If you want to send them to a portfolio page on your website, you could say, look at some of our projects, whatever it is. You just want to get something out there. And then below that, there's actually there's usually a little line of text. So you have to put something there, or what you could do, you press the space bar and it'll actually delete that. That's what I usually do because I like the cleaner look of the ad where there's no text below it. There's just my headline, and then there's a button right here that I'll show you how to change. So let me just go through real quick. You got your text at the top of the ad right here. You got your headline below the ad right here. Put a space bar right here to clear out that text below your headline. Pop your website in, and then pick a call to action button. So again, depending on what you're doing, I'm trying to push for more virtual estimates with this ad. So I'll click book now, and that's going to change that right there. Again, if you want to just send people to your website so they could look at your projects, you could put learn more. That one works pretty good. Contact us if you want to use that. If you do have some type of offer or something, get offer, get quote. That works good too. You can use that. Some of these others just don't make sense, like get show times, listen now. But request time, I guess that could work too. But the get quote, get offer, book now, contact us, learn more. That's usually what we use. So you do that. Add languages. You don't have to worry about that. And then this Facebook pixel, I'm not going to explain this right now because it'll just get too confusing. If you have the Facebook pixel installed on your website, you can pick it from here. If you don't, then just don't worry about that right now. I will have another training about that because it is something that's important and something that you can do yourself. So now that's it. You have the final thing is just to hit review and publish. I'm not going to do that because this is just a sample ad, but click review and publish. It's going to send it to Facebook. They will review it right now. You might get a message about this, but right now review times are a little bit longer. So usually they review the ad pretty quickly, but it is taking some extra time right now just because this whole coronavirus, they probably don't have as many employees working, whatever the case is. It's just taking longer right now. So let's just run through real quick just to tell you what I did. So I set up this traffic campaign at the campaign level. It's to send more people to our website. It's to show them more of our social posts. Then I set the targeting right here. I set a $3 a day budget, and then I created an ad for that campaign. Now, really quick, you have your one ad here. You can actually click on this, click preview, and it's going to show your ad right here. So I could see it. It's on Facebook newsfeed. This is Facebook desktop. This is how it looks. And then Instagram newsfeed. So you can see how it looks on each one. Looks very nice. This is what people want to see. They want to see pictures of your work, pictures of your product. Now, earlier in the training, I said try to do 1 or 2 of these a week, or at least 1 a week. What you could do, an easy way to create another one, is you create this first ad, then you click on duplicate. It's going to duplicate the ad. Original campaign, just keep that. Click duplicate again. So now there's a second ad. It's the same ad. You don't want to run this, but you can name it ad 2. You could edit the text and the copy and everything however you want, and you can upload a new picture. Now it's very easy just to make a second ad. So now you don't have to go through that whole process again. You could just literally put a new picture up, put a new description. If you're still sending them to your website and all of that, just keep everything as is. So a nice way to make another ad again. And this is sometimes confusing. You can have, I think you can have 50 ads. I'm not exactly sure about that. Excuse me. You can have a bunch of ads in here, and they're still all going to work off your $3 budget right here. So this is going to run for $3 a day, and it's going to just go through these ads. So sometimes they'll show ad 1, sometimes it'll show ad 2. So essentially you could build up these ads, get a bunch of them going, pause one. If you click this will pause it. Pause one if people aren't interacting with it. And you could just take it from there. And, maybe I'll come up with a training on kind of how to optimize it. But the first thing is you got to just get the ads live and just let them run. $3 a day really isn't that much money to run an ad. So this is more of not a set and forget, but a set and just keep adding ads to it each week. But you're not going to do a ton of optimizing because it's only $3 a day. So if you can afford $5, $10, $20 a day, then do that. But, definitely start small just to get used to everything. So that is it. So let me jump back into. All right. So we did the Facebook ads. Now, the last piece I have for you is just a free coronavirus template. I'm going to send this in the follow-up email once the replay is ready. So I'll have the replay and then I'll have all these other resources. But this is just a basic safety message that you can use at this time. This image I'll send to you. It's a basic post you can put on your social media accounts. And you can actually promote this too. Let me go back and do one more thing. I totally forgot about this. So what you can also do, sorry, I'm going back, but I didn't want to forget about this. So if you go into here, right, let's say you have a lot of great social media content already. There's actually a shortcut to creating an ad. So you could create the ad like this. You have a little bit more, there's more options when you create the ad inside Facebook Ads Manager. But what you could also do is when you create that ad, go to use existing post, select a post, and you can actually just select one of the ads on your account. So let's just say this one. This is my Facebook post about my free training. And then you can see it just populates it, but it doesn't have that bar at the bottom. There's some elements that are missing. So, but again, it's a good way just to spin up some posts if you want to just get more out there. So you can either create the ad yourself or use an existing post. Sorry, I just thought of that when I was going through this. But what I was going to say is you can create a post on your Facebook page with this COVID template and this message, and then promote it to your community just by doing this. And that's kind of why it popped into my head. And the reason you might want to do that is just to let the community know you're taking safety precautions. Plus, you still have virtual estimates. So it's a way to kind of get the word out. So I will send over this copy. I'll send over this image. So basically what you're going to get a replay of this training, the virtual estimate blog post, that virtual estimate handout, the COVID template and image, and that will give you a nice set of resources to kind of get this going. Take some time, do it. If you have questions, let me know. Now, I do offer marketing services to kitchen, bathroom remodelers and countertop companies. If you don't want to do any of this, I can do it for you. Basically, the best way to get started is to jump on a discovery call where I look at your website, I look at your competitors' websites, or kind of what your competitors are doing. I look at what's going on in Google. I explain how I can help, and then we just see if we're a good fit. I'm not a good fit for everyone. I might not be a good fit for you, but you'll definitely learn something on this call. It's not me just pitching my services the whole time. It's really learning about your business, seeing what's going on, and then just seeing if we're a good fit. So that's the first option. To do that, you would simply just go to my website, and I use Calendly. So, I'm using the tools that I'm telling you to use. You go to book a call, and you just basically pop in. Well, this is a good way to see how Calendly works. It's a nice, simple calendar. You click on this, you pick your time, you confirm, and then you answer the questions. So that's how you do that. And then what I'm also doing, this is something new. I'm creating a do-it-yourself coaching program. So it's going to be live sometime in April. This is new because I realize, companies might not be able to spend money on marketing right now, or spend a budget on marketing. So you might want to try to do it yourself. So what this will be, I'm still in the process of making it. But it's going to be basically training like this. There'll be videos already that you can follow, plus a monthly group coaching call where we all jump on. You just ask questions. I'll probably go over a topic, and then it's and that's it. So it's more of a do-it-yourself option. So that's about it. So again, if you're interested in learning on what I do, just book a strategy call. And for this coaching program, I will send an email out when it's ready. It's not yet, unfortunately, but it will be in a couple of weeks. So that is it. I'm going to take a quick sip of water. Let me know any questions that you have. I realize, there's a lot going on in this training. You might need to go through it again, and then you'll have questions. If so, contact me. You can email me directly, steve@heyremodelers.com. I'm always around to talk about this stuff and help you out. So if you do have questions, just type them in the box, and I will get to them. All right, so I see one question here. So this question's good. It's asking, do I need a Facebook business page in order to run a Facebook ad? Yes. So you cannot run Facebook ads from your personal account. You need to have a business page, which you should have. Facebook and Instagram are a great way to show off your work, to show off your projects, to communicate with the community. So you should create those. But yes, you need a business page in order to run a Facebook ad. You can't run it from your personal account. Good question there. So I see another question here. I'm just going to take one more sip of water. I'm losing my voice. So this question is asking, how am I going to get all these resources? So basically after this, the webinar will process, in the platform that I use, there'll be a video recording that I can send out. What I'm basically going to send you is the video recording of this so you can follow it. I will send you that virtual estimate blog post. You can follow that. I'll send you the handout, and then I'll send you the templates. So you'll have everything in that one email. I should have it by later today. It could be tomorrow, but it should be later today. All right, I see one more question. This question is asking, what's the best app to use for the virtual estimates? So You know, it really depends on what you, let me get to that screen here. It's really depends on what you have. So personally, I like FaceTime the best, doing anything video. But the person on the other end needs an Apple product. Like if you have an iPhone and the person has an iPad, use FaceTime. It's very easy to use. The problem with Skype is you can't just easily call someone. You have to, and I go through it in this blog post, but they have to add you, then you have to accept the request. You know, there's a little bit of a process. So with FaceTime, you can literally just call someone and do a FaceTime call. With Google Duo, they have to have the app. So again, similar to FaceTime, it's pretty easy to use. Skype, although a lot of people have it, there is a little bit of a process. So I always recommend FaceTime if you have an iPhone and your customer and your prospect has an iPhone also. All right, so let me know if there's any more questions. I do see one more. All right, so this question is asking about Facebook. Let me just pop back into here. All right, so this question is asking about, well, let me just pop this window open so I can get right to it. They just want me to explain. So it's basically asking about how to set your budget so you don't spend too much, which is good because Facebook will spend your money. And if I can just explain the geo targeting a little bit. So let me take it from here real quick. So again, your overall objective is your campaign. You're sending web traffic to your website. People are seeing your social media posts. Then here is your targeting, your geo, your interests, where you set your budget, and then here is your ads. So in here, you're going to click that open, and to get back to it, you would just click in it, and then you click on edit. That's going to pop it open. And right here, you're going to set that $3 a day. I think by default, it sets it to $20 a day. You definitely want to make sure that you fix that. I mean, you can literally do $1 a day if you want to. If you just really want to play with this and not really spend that much money, you could set it as $1 a day. Do not think you can go below that. Yeah, it's got to be at least $1. So definitely set your budget because, like I said, if you don't, Facebook is going to spend your money. You know, they're going to spend it no matter what. So set your budget right here. And then with the geo right here, you're really just going to put in your area. You could put actually in your address and then do a target around that or a radius around that. I usually like to just put in the city or the town or wherever you're at. And then let's see, I'll put in and Stamford, Connecticut, just so you can see another one here. So you would put that in and then you just adjust the radius. So let's say I just want to do 10 miles. There you go. But you can see, again, this is just for this location, but you got to look at it like here. So this is Long Island right here. This is Connecticut. This radius looks good. Oh yeah, it's people in Connecticut, but it's actually getting people on Long Island. I don't want people from Long Island if I'm in Connecticut. It's too far. So you do have to look at that radius and you might have to adjust it a little bit. So if I did this, whoops. Oh no, you know what? If you put a city in or a town, you can only do 10 miles. If you put an address in, you can go down to 1 mile. So that's something to consider also. So that's really just how you set it. And then all the other options that we talked about, but it just sounded like you wanted to know about the budget and the geo. So I don't see, I see another. Can you put it in by county? I believe you can. Let's give it a try. It's a question right here. Let me clear these out. So yeah, so this is a county, Suffolk County on Long Island. Yeah, so you can do it by county. So you can put in your county. So Suffolk County on Long Island, this is Nassau County, and then the rest of the island is Suffolk County. I'm not sure why the pin's all the way out here, but it is including that whole county. So you can do that. I usually do it by the town and then the radius, but definitely you can do that. I wouldn't go too wide depending on your service area. Because again, Facebook's going to show your ad and they're going to spend your money. So you definitely want to do as targeted as you can. Good question though. All right, I don't see any other questions. So I'm going to finish this up here. So really, if you have any questions, let me know. I'm always here to help. I will be holding more of these trainings. I'll let you know of them. Probably the next one might be, video ads work really good, and those lead ads actually work really good, but they're a little bit more confusing on how to set them up. So I think this is a good base to start. Set up an ad, get comfortable with it. Like I said, do it for $1 a day. Even if you don't really want to spend too much money right now, do it for $1 a day. Run the ad, get just comfortable using the platform, and then later trainings, I'll show you how to set up more advanced ads. Not saying that they're going to work better, but it's just then you'll have a couple of different things to test, and test out for your business. So let me know if you have any questions. You can always email me, steve@heyremodelers.com, and that's about it. Have a good day.